Epic is the name of the game. That rhymed and was kinda lame, but don't worry, this ain't Snakes Autoplayed, it's The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Now let's make like adventure time and say, what time is it? Review time.
So all you jive turkeys, as you may or may know, I just beat A Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past for the first time a week ago. You can save your applause for someone that gives a shit.
Like me, you guys can applaud for me. Boo! Boo!
I may never be awarded the feelings of grandeur that I deserve for beating this game so valiantly, but the feeling of accomplishment, on the other hand, well, this game, it delivers. It all starts with the story, which is by far The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past's strongest quality. You are Link, a teenager, barely hitting puberty. You know, that awkward stage when you ditch the glasses for contact lenses, buy proactive and tell everybody your middle name is Danger instead of Leslie, while also doing a wheelie on a bike your cool friend lent you, whose name is actually Danger. What a coincidence.
That's my name too. Ow.
Yeah, kind of like that, except for not. And more like the teenage years where you traverse through the mystical lands of Hyrule Kingdom, surrounded by dangerous dungeons, crawling with monsters that want to eat your face, and inhabited by misguided mage whose best friend is an evil overlord who possesses the power of the gods in another dimension, hell-bent on taking over the world and making your life a living hell. So, naturally,
this game is hard.
I died so many times, and about midway through the game, I had to turn to a walkthrough, and guess what? It still didn't make a difference. I died even more times. And then, at another point, I went back and collected more heart pieces. And guess what happened then? I died. And then I discovered strategery. And blue powder descended from the heavens. And then I still died.
You know, I think we get the point, Mr. Mystical Voiceover Person.
First off, I'm you. And second, why did I die so many times? Oh, I'll tell you why. It was these damn controls. Not that they're the worst controls ever. I think we've all played the games that have ass-backward controls like Resident Evil. But I can't tell you how many times I would click the controller to attack one way, and Poop would keep attacking the opposite way while the monsters hurt him. I don't know if that was bad controls or human error on my part, but it makes Link look like a drunk man in spandex yelling, "I could swing my sword." Another thing that annoyed me about the gameplay was the inconsistency on how much monsters would hurt you. Look at this thing. When I get hit by it takes away 3 hearts, but this bigger ass thing over here hits me for 1. How does that have more power than that? It doesn't make any sense.
You know, I have an idea about that actually. The smaller enemies, you see, they're like small, so they have to like defend themselves more. That the bigger... Yeah, you know what? It makes no sense that...
This thing hits me for 3 hearts. You know what? Let's talk about something else. Because, you know what, I don't want to complain too much about this game because it's actually amazing.
Well, if you want to talk about something else, why don't we talk about this here pretty map?
Sure is. I gotta say, level and monster design does not disappoint in this game. The graphics for this time period are nothing short of spectacular. I was genuinely interested to see what area I was going to die in next. The monsters had the feel that you want from a Zelda game. Scary, funny, and just plain weird. But the thing that separates itself the most in the design are the bosses. Each one is different and annoying in its own way, and unlike some of its successors,
Hurry time!
There is no sign that says insert bomb here anywhere in this game. It is trial and error, and mostly dying.
We get the point. You died a lot.
But that is this game. Link dying a lot.
That's what this game was, trial and error. And it's really funny to think when this game first came out, there was no internet for you to go look up a walkthrough for. No, you either had to learn from your friends, shell out $20 for a guide, or
you were literally going through areas in this game, bombing every wall, sucker punching every enemy, and listening to every damn thing Shazarazzaralla had to say.
My God, how spoiled have we become because of the internet. But even putting the internet aside, most games are linear nowadays, and there are very few games like this nowadays where you are actually challenged by what you're supposed to do in the game. And on top of that, even newer Zelda games don't have what A Link to the Past had.
But this is what makes this game so amazing, because after you successfully kill and teabag a boss and get its worthless heart container, it just makes you want to shout out, "Oh my God, I did it!"
Woohoo! Oh! Woo! Got him, baby!
Oh, I did it!
Woo! Yes, man, that was freaking hard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a grown man.
At the end, the game wraps it up nicely, having you fight the first 4 bosses from the first 4 dungeons, and then Ganon himself.
And if you don't know, Ganon's that overlord dude that's hell-bent on taking over, everything.
Yeah, what he said. The battle is hard, but gratifying as hell when you launch your last silver arrow at his face and watch him explode. And as you watch him explode into nothingness, you claim the Triforce and sit back and marvel at what you have just accomplished.
And I'm waiting for the applauses. Boo! Ah! Dun 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 dun!
Since this is a review, I just want to touch on the music very lightly. But at this point, what is there really to say about it? It is arguably one of the most iconic video game soundtracks ever. Period.
So here are my closing thoughts. A Link to the Past is a game that has withstood the test of time. This was my first playthrough, and I was extremely frustrated by the game, yes, but when I won, it was satisfactory. I just wish that game designers were willing to kick our butts more so that we could have a feeling of this satisfaction. If only there was a game now that did that. It's important that we remember where gaming has come from, and this is a game that does that. I wish that I could have had a chance to play this as a kid, but I didn't. And I played it now, and I gotta say, if you guys haven't played this game, go pick it up, go get a ROM, play it. If you haven't played it because you're young, because you just didn't get to do it as a kid, I suggest you do it. And at the end of the day, guys, I give this game 90 rupees out of 100. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, you guys are all part of our Up to No Good community. My name is Anthony Hazelwood. You're amazing, and yes, I'm talking to you.